Hi guys, it's your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. I hope that you guys are keeping safe. I hope that you guys are keeping peaceful. I guess right now it's more important to be at peace than to be having fun, because I don't know whether there's anyone who's having fun in the pandemic that we are facing as a world. I would like to say that I'm having quite a difficult time self-quarantining. I've found myself wanting to do things that now seem to be things that I shouldn't do. I find myself wanting to touch my face. I find myself wanting to hug people more. I find myself wanting to go out to events, even if on my normal ordinary day I don't necessarily go like to events. I'm not the kind of person who likes crowd. But all of a sudden, because now it's a thing that is forbidden, I want to go to an event. I want to go to a place that is full of people. But I just hope that you guys have chosen hope wherever you guys are at. I hope that you guys are peaceful. I hope that you're taking this time that we've been requested to work from the house and to refrain from, just being out there if it's not necessary. I hope that you're taking this time to rest. I hope that you're taking this time to reflect, to think about just the things that you probably might not have been stopping to think about because of your busy schedule. So anyway, some of the things that I'm learning this week is how important hugging is to me. My goodness, I love to hug people. Hugging is one of physical touch is one of my love languages, together with quality time. So I feel like this self-quarantine thing has taken both away from me. Like, I feel like I can't hug people. I can't spend time with people because I'm supposed to be, especially me, I'm supposed to be self-quarantining because I had traveled. So I just feel like, this corona thing, I feel like it has knocked very close. Very close to my door. I feel like it is taking away the things that are actually pretty important to me, and this also includes business. So I'm quite angry at it. I'm quite angry at the fact that I'm not able to do my business as usual, be making as a lot of profit as I would want to be making in this season. I'm quite angry that I'm not able to hang out with people, hang out with my girlfriends, hang out with, the people that I find close to me. I'm feeling bad that I'm not able to hug people. Like, you meet with someone, you haven't seen them in a long time, and you just stare at each other. Like, I don't know, it's just so strange. This thing has taken away my love languages, and I can't wait for it to, I also feel like money is one of my other love languages, so I guess that's where business falls. Anyway, this morning I was listening to a sermon because now we are doing church online. So I was listening to a sermon, and it got me thinking. It got me thinking about some of the reasons why we choose fear, and some of the reasons why we choose, to speak fear as opposed to speaking faith. And the preacher was speaking about how in Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 19, which says, let me just read it quickly. It says, I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. And I guess I kept, when I was reading this, or rather when he read this, I kept wondering, how do you choose life? How do you say, now I have chosen life? Do you just say it in your heart and say, oh, I have chosen life? Or as in, how do you actually say that you have chosen life? And then it led me to Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. It speaks about one of the ways that we choose life. And this is Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21, and says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So one of the ways that we can choose life that is clear in the Bible is by confessing, is by the things that you speak. I mean, even the way to get saved is by believing and confessing. So confessing is a big way of choosing life. Speaking words out from your mouth is a big way of choosing life. I think actually it's one of the ways of choosing life. So I kept thinking, whether in this season I have been choosing life, whether in this season and in this state that we are in as a nation, whether I have been choosing life with the words that I've been speaking, whether I've been choosing life with the things that I have chosen to say, especially when presented with the situation that we are in. And it took me back to a story in Genesis, and this is the story of Jacob and his sons, and his favorite son Joseph, who he made a coat of many colors. And then, because Joseph used to have these dreams, and how he would tell his brothers, and his brothers would get very jealous, so they planned to kill him, and they even went on to sell him as a slave, and took back to the father the coat of many colors that was filled with blood, just so that they could deceive the father that Joseph was dead. And I just want to read that from the Bible. This comes from Genesis chapter 37, the line that I'm going to read, but you can go ahead and read the whole story in Genesis chapter 37. So this is Genesis chapter 37 verse 32, and this is what it says. They then sent the tunic of many colors, and they brought it to their father and said, "We have found this. Do you know whether it is your son's tunic or not?" And I guess this is how I feel like this is how the enemy presents situations to us. He makes it look believable. He makes it look like it's a situation that we cannot come out of. He makes it look like this is the only way this situation can go. It can't be any other way. And I'm intrigued by Jacob's response. And he said, it says in Genesis chapter 37, verse 33, and he recognized it, and it said, "It is my son's tunic. A wild beast has devoured him. Without doubt, Joseph is torn to pieces." And I just looked at Jacob's response to the situation that had been, deceptively put up. The situation had been deceptively, displayed to him in a way that it seemed like the only thing that he could have come up with is that his son had been devoured, and that his son's body had been torn into pieces by a beast. And sometimes I wonder, when the media shows us all the things that it's showing, because most of it is bad news anyway, when the media presents these things, and sometimes it makes you feel like, this thing will actually come to you, like the coronavirus will actually end up in your house, by saying it only is whoever people are dying are older, so it kind of makes you feel like if you're older, if you're already sick, if you feel like your immune system is low, these things can be presented in a way that immediately you can even start to feel the symptoms. Immediately you can even start to feel like you're having a fever, like you're coughing, immediately when you watch this news, and the way that it is deceptively put up and presented, it always feels like the only thing to choose at that point. And remember, we choose by speaking, we choose by confessing, that the only way you can go is to choose death, by speaking negatively, by speaking saying stuff like, my business is doing very bad, I don't know how this is gonna be, we need to stock up and prepare for the worst. And I just want to be in that place where whenever it is that a situation, whatever circumstance is presented to me, most of the time the enemy will be deceiving. Most of the time he is a father of lies, so he will lie to you, he will deceive you. So however the situation is presented in that deceptive way, in a way that looks like lies, or rather you would not necessarily know that it is lying. But I pray that whatever it is that I can see will not affect my choice, that I will be able to actually be in a place where whatever I see will not affect my choice, that I will choose faith at all times instead of fear, that I will choose to say something positive even when the situation looks bleak and it looks like there is no way out of this situation. And I was wondering what would be my response to that. What would be my response to just knowing that I know for a fact that this is what the enemy wants to present it and to make it look like. And then there's this, what the word of God says, and which is my constitution, because I am not of this world, even if I am in this world, that I am from God's kingdom, and therefore then I'm following the constitution, which is his word, and his word says that he will keep me safe. His word says that he will send his ministering spirits to protect me and to cover me, that I will be able to choose what I know to be true than what is being presented, even if it looks how true, even if it is disguising itself as truth. And my response, I found it in Job chapter 6 verse 24, and says, teach me and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to see where I have messed up. I guess that's my version, but that's basically what it says. It says, teach me and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to see where I have erred or where I've gone wrong. And sometimes when I think about some things that I feel like there are ways that maybe I've messed up, is by speaking fear instead of speaking faith. It's by speaking what I seem to be seeing at that specific time, instead of speaking what I know to be true. And I have also would say that I would like to be in a space where I walk by faith, not by sight. It doesn't matter how the tunic of many colors looks like. Anyway, this is what I'm seeing right now. But can I be able to walk by faith? And that's my challenge to each and every one of you, that we will be able to walk by faith, not by sight. Walk by faith and not by sight. That we will choose life by the things that we say, because we choose by the things that we confess. We choose by confessing. So whatever it is that you're speaking, whatever it is that you're saying, ask yourself, is it life? Is it death? Is it blessing? Is it curses? Is it something that is going to produce good fruit, or something that is going to produce bad fruit? So that's my challenge to myself. That's my challenge to each and every one of us this week. And I pray that we will all be able to choose hope and stand firm. And honestly, as we stand firm, we will see that God is fighting for us, and we will see him win this battle for all of us. So yeah, cheers. Choose life, and you choose life by confessing life. And the way you confess life is by speaking faith. Speak positive. So yeah, you guys have a good week, and thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye.